Getting these last couple papers printed and I'll be out your head, man. Why you peeking around the corner like that, bro? You good? Yo, what you doing? So, I end up finding the samurai kitchen, right? Like that. Let me go ahead and go up in here and see what's going on. I see all these books. I'm like, oh dang, y'all let a brother read while he eating, and then I realized this is not the restaurant. This is not Samurai Kitchen. What is this place? So I had to look it up. Come to find out, I went to Samurai Goods, not Samurai Kitchen. But when I found it in the directory, we solved that problem. So bet off we go. So right after I walked out of the box from the directory, I've noticed an arrow pointing, and I'm like, wait a minute. Is this? Yes, it actually is. I was right next to the doggone Samurai Kitchen the whole time. All right, whatever. Let's get it here. Let's get it here. I know Amy was here. She was here earlier. She had to be. So I decided to go see if I could pump some information from the staff. I asked her if she knew Amy. Said they saw them somewhere around Abrams Cascades. Didn't know nothing about that, so I had to go to the directory and put that on the case board. You already know this is somewhere new she was seen, so bet. Let's see what more info we can get. Hey, at that point, I don't care. Little by little, piece by piece. So when I found out they had a surveillance room in the back, I was about to go use my code breaker, but then I peeped this dude going in the back. I'm like, oh, he got to be management or something. So I was trying to see if I could get a guest pass or something. Can I get a look around? So he basically did accept my request to look around, but of course I had to pay him, which I wasn't tripping. $30, bet. As long as you got that bread for the $30, we good. We good. So now that I had the guest pass, I no longer had the need to sneak around, y'all. But like he said, after my time was up, I had to leave or pay for some more time. But also asking him if he knew Amy or seen her. Then he also said he seen her around Abrams Cascades before he slammed the door in my face. So I'm like, dang, I need that code. Hold on, let me get in there. So this is what I did. I put my code breaker on the door. And I did not realize this thing goes through every single combination of code. I had to sit here and wait, hoping that manager wasn't going to come back, because he kept walking past. As soon as I seen him coming, I said, oh, I had to grab my shit. Woo, right at the nick of time. So I was like, man, I got to slip a hand behind him. He ended up, man, I caught him slipping. But since I had the guest pass, I was cool to come in here and check shit out. So I'm looking, right? I'm looking, but I can't get on the computer, so I open up this damn door to go and see if there was anything going on back here. And I accidentally locked myself out. So I had to use the doggone code breaker at that point, y'all. And once again, we had to go through every single code. But after 30 years of waiting, y'all, we finally did get that code. We did get that code. But also that killed a bunch of time from my guest pass too, which really, really sucks. So I'm waiting patiently for him to get off the computer, y'all, and guess what? He never got off the computer. And how do I know this? Gabe, you're on the computer. No. It's not just me on this computer, y'all. Hell no. Look, I'm gonna show you what's going on. You ready? Look. He's right here, like, bro. Like literally, I'm trying to do some work, like literally. So I'm looking over the surveillance and stuff, right? My time was up at that point. But I did see a couple little things I wanted to print out and get done. So that's what I felt like I needed to do. But this was all the surveillance I had. I only had enough for Monday and Tuesday, and only these 3 people showed up. So I printed out my paper, and I put it on my case board. But also, them people, I had to figure out how to get the people up on there too. So once I got their identity, once I got their pictures down, I was able to get everything set. Now, as I'm wrapping up on everything, I guess the manager found out that he realized my time was up. So I'm like, what up, man? I'm just, what the whoa, bro. Chillax. Man, he shot at me, y'all. I had to get up out of there. I had to get out the gym. Had to get out of there. But yeah, after that scary ass encounter, once again, running out of places, getting shot at, I don't know. I tried to go back and figure out what's going on, but then I'm like, wait a minute, let's head up to this Abrams Cascades. Let's see what's going on there. Now, mind you, this was a random address I found in the directory. I'm at the right place, but I don't not know where I'm going. And judging by the way things look, I don't think I'm supposed to be here, y'all. So, I tried to knock on the door. Wasn't nobody answering. I seen the turret and I seen the camera. Tried to hit that lockpick real quick to disable the security, but it was not happening. And I got shot. After waking up in that hospital, they gave me the option to either escape or just pay my bill and leave. So instead of being a vandal and crashing out, I just paid my bill to leave. I done been shot at too much. And I finally got shot and landed in a hospital. Thankfully, I didn't die. After finding my way out the hospital, I went back to the doggone diner to see if I could figure out what's going on. So I asked Nicole, do you know, yes. I asked her if she knew any of these people. She said she saw them somewhere around City Hall. So then I asked if she knew this person. She said she saw them somewhere around Abrams Cascades, which kind of, piqued my curiosity. So then I asked who the lady was, and she said she saw them at the Fathoms Yard. So out of complete randomness, I decided to look up the Fathom Zone and see if I could find this girl or if I could at least get some questions. So I made my way there. And the first person I seen, I asked her if she knew or seen this person. She actually knew her. Her name was Ariana McCarthy. Finally, a name with the face. So she said that was her neighbor. So I'm like, wait a minute, what's your name? Her name is Canna Murata. And man, let me tell you, this woman was a lot more valuable than you think. Now, whether or not this lady's information was valuable enough for me to solve this case, it did make me feel a little bit better about putting a name to a face. And even though that rhymed, we'll find out what happens next time.